For hundreds of years, people have found new ways to amuse themselves. Cards, dice, gambling and eventually board games. And now in an exhibition borrowed from the Victoria and Albert Museum, you can learn the origins of some of your favourites at the Novium in Chichester.
It's really a journey through the history of board games from around 3,000 years BC in the far Middle East through to the present day. It's a really colourful, exciting route through the development of board games, covering a number of the games that we know and love today. It's a travelling exhibition from the V&A Museum of Childhood, and thanks to a Ready to Borrow grant, we've been able to do some upgrading to the facility to enable us to take exhibitions from national museums. We hope this will be the first of many, but this is really exciting because it's a sort of game changer for us. It means that we can show some really incredibly rare survivals alongside the more well-known pieces that perhaps we might still have at home in our cupboards. So the show will run from tomorrow until the 1st of July. So come, have a go, bring a family member and kind of go head-to-head with some family favourites. And during the course of the exhibition, we have a number of very exciting events as well taking place. So you can come and make craft with different board games that you can make to take home. We also have events through the course, gaming evenings, a childhood valuation day. So if you've got any treasures stored away in your closet, you can bring them in and see what they might be worth at auction.
Starting with some of the earliest examples is a genuine Egyptian game carved into stone.
We have an original game that dates from around 500 BC from ancient Egypt. It's called Senet, which means passing, so it would have had a relationship to the afterlife. And the game is carved into a piece of stone. It's a very rare survival, and other examples have been found in the likes of the tomb of Tutankhamun, so a very special piece indeed.
And even some more familiar games had very different beginnings, wanting to teach the player about vice and virtue.
Snakes and Ladders is a classic example of that. So its roots in India many, many centuries ago would have seen it as a game of vice and virtue. So the ladder, as you trail through life, relating to a virtue that would take you upwards and a vice that would take you down to the bottom of the game as you travel below a snake. Today, as you say, we play it for fun, but these games really did have lessons to teach about morality and so forth. We have a really rare survival as well, one of two original versions of the Monopoly that we know today. But the precursor to Monopoly was really talking about the exploitations of evil landowners, and it had a kind of different message to the game today, which is very much about trying to raise as much money as you possibly can as you play.
And as well as peering into the past, the exhibition also celebrates some homegrown talent.
Tom Norfolk, who was born and raised in Chichester, has developed two really fantastic games that have been brought to market. A couple of them raised funds through Kickstarter. So it just shows how the gaming industry is going from strength to strength, and people are getting involved in all sorts of ways, from grassroots through to the kind of mega companies who sell these games in their millions around the globe. It's an absolutely fantastic story, a journey through board games, and I think it will hopefully appeal to many generations, so from young and old, playing together, coming with friends and family, to reminisce in some childhood memories, and also to hopefully create some new memories about game playing.
Richard Stringer, That's TV.